Hey guys, it's your girl Linnee and welcome to InnerBeautyOut. Today we're doing another makeup tutorial and this is a gold smoky eye for the holidays. So let's just jump right into it. So in the beginning, obviously we always have to prime our eyes, and I'm using the Urban Decay Original Primer, and this is just to help our eyeshadow to stay on all day. Then I blend out my Painterly Paint Pot by MAC, and this is also to create a nice base so that all the colors can remain a little bit vibrant and long lasting throughout the rest of the evening. So I'm going ahead and I'm going to set underneath my brow bone with my MAC Studio Fix Foundation Plus Powder, and that is in the shade NC50. Then I go in with Saddle and Brown Script by MAC, and this is just going to be my crease or slash transition color, and we're just warming it up and creating some dimension as we go along. So make sure you blend that out as evenly as you can. Next, to warm up the color or the crease even more, I'm going in with BRULE, also by MAC. I'm using the same blending brush, which is by MORPHE. I believe this is the M4330. It will definitely be notated within the video, but I just want to warm up that top brow bone, and so that is why I'm using that particular color. Now I'm going in with my favorite brow bone highlight, and this is Pink Moscato by Morphe Brushes. I love, love, love this. It is definitely sold out, but I love it. So I'm blending this into the actual crease, and that is where my transition is going to occur in a seamless kind of a manner. I'm making sure that I'm blending this as I go along because we want to fuse all the colors together. Next, I'm going to go in with Espresso by MAC as well, and I'm just putting this on the outer V corner of the eye, and I'm just kind of building a nice dark brown smoky out effect with not a black shade but a brown shade. So I actually ended up changing and switching brushes in between because I felt like this particular brush packed on more color. And then I go in with my Kat Von D palette. It seems to be making a debut in all of my videos because I just wanted a more intense charcoal brown shade on the outer corner, and I felt that would do it. Now I'm going in with a flat shader brush, and I believe this is by BH Cosmetics, but I am using this MILANI eyeshadow called Bella Bronze. It is a beautiful bronzy, coppery kind of eyeshadow. I love it, and when you wet this, it's amazing. I'm also going into my LORAC Gold palette, which has actually been featured only once on this. So this is the shade Unleashed, and I'm using that in the inner portion of my eye and blending that into the MILANI color. When I tell you LORAC Gold is everything, like, it's the best gold palette ever. I actually ended up having to just actually spray it down with Fix Plus to be able to get it as more vibrant and foiled as I can, and I love that. I just love it. So anyway, I'm going back into that brown shade that I used earlier, and I'm just kind of blending this into the crease and making sure that everything is seamless in that sense. Then I'm going with my favorite MILANI liner. I just found this MILANI liner, and it is everything. It is life. It is so pigmented. It will not budge. It will not go anywhere. So if you have not tried that out, definitely go try that out. And as you know, we're always blending our shades. So here is where the action happens. I'm actually going in with the black shade from that Kat Von D palette and a small pencil brush, and I'm just going to cut the crease a little bit right here, and this is like making everything come together. So I'm blending up that black into the crease or the brow, towards the brow bone area. It helps to kind of clean up the eyelid color, and you just want to make sure that you blend it as you go along. So I am trying out these eyelashes. They're by Cosmetics, and I'll review on that. It's okay. If you follow me on Periscope, you'll see that I wasn't necessarily a fan of them, but I definitely wanted to try it out and give it another shot. Then I go in with my Gleam by Melanie Mills, I believe, and I just started to highlight my cheekbones with that, but I really like to add that after my concealer, which I didn't do in this particular video. But either way, I go in with my highlight, and I'm using Mocha by Dermablend and my NC20 Pro Longwear Matte Concealer, and that's how I highlight. I then go back in with my black Opal, and this is in Suede Mocha, and I go ahead and do my contour, and you guys know how this goes down. So everywhere that I feel like I need to reseed or bring color back to my face, that is where I'm going. And you're going to blend it all out with your beauty blender. So I sprayed it a little bit with Fix Plus, and I just blend my life away. Literally. So remember, with blending, you always want to push the product into your skin because you want to make it look as natural as possible. Make sure you get that hairline so you don't have a white cast or a brown cast around your face. So just make sure you blend out and take your time with patting motions in making the product go into your skin. I obviously cannot sit still, so this song must be really, really poppin'. But we're about to go ahead into the baking, and I'm using my favorite setting powder, which is by SACHA, in the shade Buttercup, and we're just going to apply that underneath the eyes to make sure that we have no creases and bring highlight back to the eye area. You guys already know my infatuation with this setting powder. It is everything. Next, I am going to set my contour, and I'm using CoverGirl's Ebony Bronze Bronzer, and I am just going in the hollows of my cheek and making sure that those areas seem receding. And I'm going to go around the edges of my face as well, because we want to make sure that our color is set. Doing the same thing with the bridge of my nose, not the bridge, I'm sorry, the contour areas of my nose, and just blending it out as much as possible so it looks as natural as it should. Following that, I'm going to set my whole entire face, and I'm using the MAC Studio Fix Foundation Plus Powder, and this is in the shade NW44, and we're going to tap this onto the face and try to blend out that highlight as well as the contour so that it is all one shade. We don't want any blotchy areas, we don't want any too highlighted areas or too dark areas, so we're going to go ahead and you're going to see all that moist areas, all the moist kind of like looking areas are going to be mattified. So I'm going to use that same thing with the Real Techniques setting brush, I believe this is, and I'm just going in the areas where I've highlighted and just making sure that those areas are set as well and that they are not too highlighted. Next, I'm going in with my MAC eyeliner, it's a kohl pencil by MAC, and it is in the shade Smolder, and I'm just going to go halfway through to the eye area, just to the center, from the corners to the center. I'm not going to actually pencil the inner all the way through, and then I'm using a pencil brush to blend it out just a little bit, making sure that it's a little bit messy but still precise, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to go in with NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, and this is where it's going to brighten the eye a lot. So we're just going to put that in the inner portion of the eyes, and you're going to see how much it just opens up the eyes so much more, and it's just ooh, very, very nice. I layer on a little bit more than one coat just to make sure that the color is pretty bright. Then I go on with my favorite mascara, and as you already know, it is the Jordana Best Lash Extreme. It is everything for just $3.99. Yes, I said that. It is so everything. It is so black and pigmented, and it separates all my lashes. I love it. So I'm going to go back in with that pink Moscato, and I'm using that for my inner highlight, and I'm using a Real Techniques shader brush because I love how dense this particular small brush is, and it just blends so beautifully. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop that color right in the inner portion of the eye and blend it near the nose area. I feel like this shader brush does not allow for any like errors. You cannot pack on too much color with this. I love it. Next, I'm going in with my highlighting colors by MAC, and this is in Warm Light and Soft Focus. Next, I'm trying out this new line of blushes that I've never tried before, and they are by FEMME, and this is the shade Sunkissed Dawn. It is super, super pigmented. A little goes a long way, and I'm using this with my Expert face brush by Real Techniques in the hollows of my cheeks. The color isn't even picking up as much as it should on camera when I show the pan, but it is like more of a rose gold. It has a little bit speck of shimmers, and I love that. And I mixed it with Apricot, which is a lighter shade, again with a few speck of shimmers, using the same brush. Then I go in with my tapered brush, and I blend the whole thing together into my face. Then I go with my favorite 3 highlighters of all time. I cannot go anywhere without all 3 of them because I just love layering things. And so this is MAC's Global Glow, Gold Deposit, and Ruby Kisses in Bronze Glow. And I'm using that same Real Techniques highlighting brush or setting brush, and I just love how that effect comes together. Next, I'm lining my lip with MAC Pro Longwear lip pencil called Bittersweet. It is everything. It is so soft. I love how this is just like a cold pencil for the lips because it's just that smooth. Next, I mix Cosmo Pop by Lime Crime and Honey Love by MAC, which is a matte lipstick and a luster-like lipstick. But I love that peachy color that I come with, and just it blended out with that brown lip pencil is just everything. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure I get the inner portion of my eyes and my lips, and then go over with the pencils just to make sure that it is a nice gradient across the lips. Then I'm going to go in and set that with my NYX Butter Gloss, and this is in the shade Creme Brulee, and it is a perfect match for the combination that I made. And then I'm going to go back in with the liner, obviously, because I want that ombre look. I think it just looks really good together. So I sprayed my face with my Urban Decay setting spray, and now this is the finished look.